So, I'm about to tell you more about this soulmate twin flame journey, where it came from. So, believing in this is like believing in Santa Claus. And it's crazy how this man had mind control over the whole entire planet with just his words of poetry. So you have to go all the way back to Shakespeare, okay? So you have to read and know something about Shakespeare. It's all poetry. Now, the term soulmate may have initially been borrowed from the 16th century poem, Yedid Nefesh. This poem became popular due to its customary weekly recital by traditional Jews during their final Shabbat meal, as a means of comfort during the day's waning moments. The poem opens as a declaration of love and connection to one's creator, stating, Yedid Nefesh, okay, my soul, my soulmate, father of compassion. That's where soulmate came from the Jews, before they have their meal or after. The soulmate, father of compassion. This poem was published in Venice in 1588 in a book titled Sefer Shardem. Its composition is commonly attributed to the book's publisher. So, believing in this, you must believe in Shakespeare. And believing in this is created by the Illuminati back then. The Hebrew word Yedid, meaning close mate or dear friend, is found. So, you mean to tell me these people from back then had so much power over the planet? Yeah, because as I was on my belief of soulmate twin flame journey with the person that I was married to, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. It didn't feel right. It didn't sit right with me. So I'm going to put the person's picture up who started this. That's crazy. So the criticism behind that is some psychologists state that believing that a soulmate exists specifically for a person is an unrealistic expectation. So psychologists don't even believe in it. And it's funny because as I started doing more research in it, Samuel Coleridge, who actually borrowed that from the Jews, from Shakespeare, name doesn't even pop up. Funny, huh? So Google it. Samuel Coleridge. I'm not going to get too deep into it. You can find the information out for yourself. So Allah. Show me what's going to happen to the people who gave this false information thinking that the soulmate twin flame connection was real. Praise is due to Allah. Praise is due to Allah. We got higher learning and job opportunities and restricted. So they had the opportunity to do what I did, and that's look it up, find research, dig depths of it, where it come from. Because, you know, this has ruined a lot of households. So they restricted themselves from that knowledge. There's people that's restricted, okay? Restricting other people from that knowledge. They were trapped in what they know, okay? Not what they wanted to find out that was truth. So show me the ones that had plagued the nation and continued this poem. Okay, I'm here to tell all of you to stop letting people who do so little for you control so much of your mind, feelings, and emotions. So don't let people control you any longer with that theory. Unless you love Shakespeare, unless you love to read poetry, okay? So stop letting this happen in your household. Stop letting that happen in your life, okay? I'm going to continue to dig more deeper into it, which I think everybody should have had did this. So the ones that's still marketing the soulmate twin flame journey and actually keeping them trapped in a situation due to their job opportunities, what sounds good, the results is it's hell. That's the results. So everybody who was on that trip, God is tired of you spreading that lie because it's not true. This came from a man, okay? And as you heard me say, the Jews had said that prayer towards the Creator, towards God. When Samuel Coleridge did the research, because he was a poet, he was very smart, very intelligent, okay? Very knowledgeable. But he was a karmic partner. He was married. He had a fond friend that he heavily influenced. This man that actually took this theory from the Jews and created it into his own was a mastermind. He also had an opium drug addiction. You understand? He had depression. That's the result. Master of manipulator, master of words. So believe in Santa Claus too. Believe in Puff the Magic Dragon. What I'm speaking to you is the truth, because I'm here to clear the air of the unknown. All the mystery about this. I'm telling the truth of what people refuse to look up, what they refuse to gain knowledge of. If you want me in your life, put me there. I shouldn't be fighting for a spot. Okay? So there was a lot of competition in your relationships, the ups and downs, and a lot of you even felt like you shouldn't have been with that person, like something was off. And this soulmate twin flame is a marketing scam for competition, marketing, networking, okay? That's going to stop. Maybe this is why God had sent me here to do this, because that theory, that narrative is going to change. And if anybody fears the depth of hellfire, I will, try to break that mental MLK brainwashing technique of the world. See, I'm not part of that pot. I'm not part of that melting pot. I seek the truth. That didn't work in families. Having people think that God sent them a person and God really truly sent them a test. English poet started that. English poet. Google Samuel Taylor Coleridge. He was born October 21st, 1772. Died July 5th, 1834 in Highgate, London. And this man controlled the narrative of so many people. Now he popped up. I found him. He was an English poet, a philosopher. He shared volumes and collaborated with Charles Lamb Robert Southey and Charles Lloyd. And he controlled everyone's thought process. He worked with William Shakespeare. He helped introduce a German idealist. Let's see what happened in his marriage, right? It's time for the world to wake up. And if you don't want to wake up, then this channel is not for you. Give me a minute. Yep. That's the man. That's the man that controlled everyone's household, everyone's life, everyone's destiny, and it was all done by brainwashing through poetry. Ha! That is insane. That's insane. He was very educated, okay? Later life, increasing drug use. And this is the person, that's what the picture of him, later in life, because he picked up an addiction, okay? In 1884, he traveled to Sicily and Malta, working for Times as acting public secretary of Malta under the civil commissioner, okay? Now I'm just going to fast forward it a little bit. Because he started to lose business. He started to lose jobs, okay? He started to lose publishing. He was on opium, his opium addiction. He was using as much as 2 quarts a week. And it began to take over his life. He separated from his wife, Sarah, in 1808, quarreled with Wordsworth in 1810, lost part of his annuity in 1811, and put himself under the care of Dr. Daniel in 1814. His addiction caused severe constipation, which required regular and humiliating enemas. See, that was God making him suffer, okay, because he was a greedy man, all right? He wanted all power. But like I said, he was very smart and he was intelligent, okay? He studied with, certain colleges. He got his knowledge, and he took over the world. In 1809, Coleridge made his second attempt to become a newspaper publisher, okay? So this is the person that the world is representing. So nobody has enough time to go back and see what people are talking about. So all these tarot readers, everybody that's in astrology, it's all marketing. It's all marketing. And if you notice, these people are single. Some of them are single. Not all of them, but some of them are single. So it was all for rewards. It was all for rewards. Show me more. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah. That's one thing I'm not gonna do is give out false information. You notice I don't talk like everybody. I don't look like everybody. I'm not part of that melting pot. And I'll be damned if I'm part of that tribe that breaks a home or get you tangled up in someone that just want to argue and fight with you. That's not a soulmate. That's not a twin flame. Okay, so I had people argue against this. They didn't do their research. I did. So, Allah, show me Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Angry. He was an angry man, okay? He was angry. He had anger issues. I could be making people mad right now. Why is anger here for Samuel Taylor Coleridge? He caused a lot of separation, okay? Even from his wife. There was things that was going on in his household that he didn't even talk about. He didn't even discuss. And what killed his marriage was his wife knew that him and that man, it's in the Wikipedia, you could look it up. Him and that man that he influenced was gay, bisexual. That ended the marriage, his marriage, okay? Left his wife to be a single mother with a heart of gold, okay? His wife was soon to be a single mother. A single mother has a backbone made of steel and a heart of gold. And he also left, throughout this world after death, there's a lot of single mothers. He didn't go to heaven. Allah, why didn't Samuel Taylor Coleridge go to heaven? Oh, people didn't know this. The moon, okay? Reversal of fortune here. A lot of people didn't know this. He died with reversal of fortune, okay? This was his passion, was the 10 of Pentacles. Education is the key to success. Always educate yourself, okay? Always educate yourself. He taught the world soulmate twin flame journeys all the way back then. We're going in the year of 2024. You mean to tell me he still has control over the world after death? So why didn't he make it to heaven? Something didn't work out. What didn't work out? Self-love. He didn't have enough of it. He didn't have enough self-love. He didn't work on his self-love, okay? The tower came. He was an alcoholic. The king and queen got thrown out the castle. So Samuel Taylor Coleridge had an empress. And it fell because of his choices of addictions. Broke a lot of homes. Broke them. Separation. Leaving the people today wondering, well, damn, I thought that person loved me. I thought I spent so many years with that individual. I did this, I did that. Low key. God said he crossed the line. People, tarot readers, YouTube, whoever, could say I crossed the line with what I'm saying, but Google it. I'm setting people free from the lies. because they've been targeting you. This has been targeting households. Yeah, and I know I'll probably get targeted. I don't care. I prefer to set people free from a mindset and be open think than to live in the box. Because when you're living in the box, you're trapped. So, people don't want to listen. They don't want to think outside the box. God has stepped in, has always been there to save people from these karmic partners. You could be with a karmic partner for half your life, and then that person could just walk away as if you never mattered, okay? Wanting to still do things their own way. Well, that's not going to be successful anymore, because the world is going to stop listening. The world is going to start leaving tarot readers. People are not going to continue to live a lie throughout their life. The truth and clarity has to be spoken. And if you don't like what I'm saying, don't watch me. Allah, show me what's going to happen to those that is still promoting this poem that belongs to the Jews, that basically is connected to you, Allah. You got mothers in reverse. Why is this mother in reverse? Oh. We got stalking, spying, and dishonest. Why is dishonest here, stalking, spying, and mothers in reverse? Mothers with child in reverse. We got stay safe and have fun. An angel here. Oh, okay. So the ones that's still promoting this, the results is you're single. No, I'm just in a relationship with freedom. Okay. It caused unbalances even in their household. They thought that they can stay safe and continue to have fun living in this lie. It was all for rewards. I keep telling you people, it was a job opportunity. That goes back from 1548 to 1700s to the 1800s. It was a way to get some business. It was competition in this business marketing deal regarding the soulmate twin flame connection. It caused a lot of arguments and a lot of fights. Okay, it caused a lot of connections to feel as though once when your person go cheat or you go cheat or find someone more interesting, okay, you would think that that person is not supposed to walk away from you, not supposed to hurt you, not supposed to say mean things. But it caused competitions with the blessing that God had for you. It blocked a lot of blessings. It was like this man was competing with God's mission, and that's why he did not make it to heaven. God had other plans. Yeah, he shot his angels down. So, what happened to Samuel Taylor Coleridge? He didn't care if it was the right way or the wrong way. That's why he started to lose his good luck and become oppressed, conflicted, trapped. He's going to spend a term. It was all for the great fortune. So he's in hell. He also practiced some witchcraft here, or this is just the mind control that he had over the whole planet. Wow. Very sneaky. Lies, deception, running off with false information. A lot of people that was in love thinking that person was their soulmate or their twin flame, and that the results is what? Stabbed in the back. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is in spiritual jail, and you felt, some of you felt as though that you was trapped in a relationship. So stop letting people who do so little for you control so much of your mind, feelings, and emotions. Just like not everybody is divine, you got to be righteous to have some type of divine connection. And the only way you can get that with God, okay? You can't get it from the next person, okay? Unless it's a spiritual advisor. But you have to have some type of connection. Not just to the universe, but to the Creator. Show me more of this this Samuel Taylor Coleridge. He would sit by himself sometimes, and he would think of words to say. Okay, optimism. He was using his optimism on how could he get this poem to work for him, to promote. He was obsessed. There was a deep obsession that he had to rule the world. Show me this deep obsession, Allah, that you are showing me that Samuel Taylor Coleridge had to rule the world. Preservation. He wanted to see his attitude. He's the girl. He's the girl. You see his demeanor. Okay, he wanted to rule the world. He wanted to control the thinking process. Okay, and he was obsessed with it. It was a reflection of him putting out his own fires. So, adjudication, judgment. This is his relationship. That's his divorce. That's also him being judged. He had the control. He controlled so many people's minds. Okay? Control and restriction. Cooperation. He had the cooperation. He had the whole network. Okay? Contemplation. Yeah, studying, researching, traveling. Okay? To get this marketing, this poem up and running and published. Okay? But it was borrowed. He became overwhelmed. It was exhausting. Okay? God was on him. And I told you, he had another lover. He had another lover. He was persuading, whether it was men or women. Did a lot of studying. Very smart. Very smart. Okay, this debate came out in reverse. This was his mission. That was his plan. He wasn't restless about it either. He didn't care who was drowning. He didn't care about the outcome. Doing invention, working on others with his poetry, that is borrowed. That is the reason why Soulmate Twin Flame Journeys have been still being published, had been still been marketing, had been still being used. It's to work on the world. Illuminati, man. He was satisfied. He was satisfied until his life started to go downhill. He used his imagination and he gained authority. Okay? He gained authority. He knew that nobody was going to really look for the truth because it was all entrapment of the mind. Confirmation. Yep. He was feeling the collaboration to control others' directions. So Allah's looking at him as if he's a clown, and this is the people of the world that was controlled with irrationality. Okay, he was feeling the collaboration to how can I control the world? Now, you have a choice. You all have a choice. Do you want to continue to play checkers or Uno or Monopoly with your life? Or do you want to play checkers and make that right move? Luck is still on your side. Continue to reach for your desires. Okay? Continue to reach for your desires. Come to that conclusion. Because you know what? His spirit lives on. Samuel Taylor Coleridge's spirit still lives on. And that was his desire. That was his desire. Okay? So, there's a feeling of instinct and investigation. It's not like you guys are possibly saying to yourselves, well, damn, yeah, I should have looked that up. I had a feeling. Somebody had a feeling, okay? So this is going to come to an end. It's going to come to an end. And Allah, for the ones that do not fear you and want to continue to plague the world with this lie that you're supposed to be with this person, and that person, okay, was blocking your kingdom spouse. Your soulmate twin flame was blocking your kingdom spouse from coming in. Blocked your blessing. You're not going to heaven. I put this card upright. It came back out in reverse. You're not going to heaven. You think people are going to go to heaven for telling worldly lies? For manipulating the world? You're in spiritual jail no matter what you do. No matter what you do. No matter what you practice. If you was a part of that soulmate twin flame journey to tell something that was untruth all along, it was borrowed, then you're in spiritual jail. Even tarot readers have to be careful what we put out, because we have a hellfire just like everybody else, but it's much greater because we are supposed to be telling the truth. We're not supposed to be misguided or misguiding others. They didn't know. They didn't know it was sneaky. They didn't know. That's the mental manipulation. MLK. Sneaky some of them. That cycle's gonna stop. It's gonna close out. It's over. Because God is bringing reckoning on this. You got to think about the children in the households that's being brought up in a domestic household. You got to think about the women and the children. You got to think about the man. You got to think about the foundation before you go running off saying you're supposed to be with somebody over some shit that's borrowed. Believe in Santa Claus. Believe in Puff the Magic Dragon. Believe that the Care Bear, you know what I'm saying, that you had as a little kid is still existing and that's your best friend. Believe in imagination that runs wild. Who would want to waste their time doing that? Because believing in imagination that runs wild, it means that you believe anything. Anything that somebody put in your face, you will truly believe without showing you the backup, without showing you the educational aspects, showing you some type of truth. If you can't pull out some truth, then you know what? Stay in spiritual jail. I did my part. So anybody that want to come for me, you got to get through Allah first. And that's the truth. Yeah, believe in Santa Claus. Bunch of grown people. Bunch of adults. This my soulmate. I'm supposed to be with him or her. I spent all these years, blocking your kingdom spouse from coming in because of what we believed in that someone else told us that was not true. This is like rappers. You know what I'm saying? You think that they're rapping their own rhymes, but they're not. They actually have people, ghostwriters, writing for them, and they're borrowing lyrics from other rappers from the past. Wow. That Samuel Taylor Coleridge is definitely Illuminati. Even after death.